Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about topic the estimate cost. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you are planning to give exam or PMP in near future. So let's start. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, whenever we are implementing any project, the most important question we generally ask from the customer is that how much cost is required to complete a project. Okay, so this is the most important question. So as a project manager, you must have to be able to estimate the cost required to complete a project, or how much cost incurs during the execution or completion of a project. Okay, so basically estimate cost is a process defined in PMBOK guide, project management body of knowledge, which is basically a part of project cost management knowledge area. And whenever we are planning a project implementation, so during that phase of planning we estimate the cost to complete a project. Okay, so that in that phase, basically in that planning, we basically estimate that how much cost is required with respect to the resources requirement. So the primary objective is to develop an approximation of the monetary resources needed to complete the project activities. So that is basically the concept of estimate cost. Now the inputs required for estimate cost, first one is the project management plan. Friend, project management plan has different subsidiary plans, including scope management, cost management plan, scope management plan. So one of the plan, especially cost management and the scope, basically it helps you to estimate the cost. The first one, basically you know that the cost relates or depend on the scope of the project. For example, if there are 5 modules required in the as per the scope document to deliver a project, so it has some cost. For example, it has a cost of $5,000. So after a few days or few months, the scope, there are few changes in the scope, and now one more module is required. So obviously if you increase the scope, the cost of the project will also be increased. So first input is the project management plan to estimate the cost. Then next is the project documents, which includes different documents like a scope, baseline, risk register, resource calendars, like how many resources will be required in which month. Okay, risk register tells you that what are the risks involved. Scope baseline tells you the boundaries of the scope, and it also tells you that the measurement of the project with respect to the scope is also done to the scope baseline. There are some enterprise environmental factors also involved, like for example the market conditions, inflation rates, best industry practices. It also influence the cost estimates as well. Next is the organizational process assets, which includes like historical information, templates, lesson learned from previous projects. So basically when we are estimating projects, we have to basically sit in a conference room and we have to analyze the previous projects, the data, historical information and templates. So all those things are basically the major input for the estimate cost process. Next is the tools and technique. Tools and technique, first we have to discuss with any domain expert. We sit with any domain expert or subject matter expert and discuss the requirements and try to understand the estimate of the cost which could be required for to complete the project. Next is another approach or technique is the analogous estimation. Analogous estimation is a top down approach in which we use the historical data of previous project or similar project. For example, if you are implementing any e-commerce project and in the past the project was completed with a cost of $5,000, for example, so you can say the similar project of the e-commerce solution could be completed with the same cost or similar cost as well. So this is called as the analogous estimation approach. Next is the parametric estimation. Parametric estimation is basically the statistical approach. Statistical approach means that you can use mathematical formulas to use like size, weight, complexity to calculate the cost estimation. It also called as a statistical relationships between historical data and other variables. Then a 3-point estimation is another approach to estimate the cost. Basically, this is called as the PERT or program evaluation review technique. It based on three estimation like the optimistic, pessimistic, and the most likely. It has a formula. By using that formula, you can calculate the cost estimation. Next, another is the bottom up estimation. Bottom up estimation means that uh, you basically divide the whole project into smaller chunks, smaller tasks, and from the bottom you are calculating the estimation. And from bottom you are calculating, and from bottom to top level it will aggregating the project estimate mission. So that is basically the concept of bottom up estimation. Then next is the data analysis, analyzing historical information, industry studies, and market conditions to refine the cost estimates. So this is also another approach of estimate cost. Then vendor bid analysis. Vendor bid analysis is basically consider, you can say that you request different vendors to bid for the requirement, and by examining bids or quotes from potential vendors to determine the cost of purchasing goods or services. Output of this process is the cost estimate. Cost estimation, like you have the quantitative assessment of the cost for the resources required to complete the project. Okay, like you have a cost that to complete the project, this is the cost required for the completion. Then you must have the estimation of the basis of estimation, like the documentation or the rationale behind the cost estimation. uh, After that you have to update the project documents as well, including risk register, assumption log, resource calendar, etc. as well. Here friend, you must have to consider that the accuracy and the precision is also very important. Like whenever you are at the early stage of a project, the precision is lower but improve as more information becomes available. Then you must have to put some contingency reserve as well in the cost, like obviously if there are any problems occur, if there are any unforeseen events occur, so you must have some contingency reserve as well. Documentation is also very important, like keep detailed documentation records of the assumptions made during the estimation process as well. You have to continuously refine the estimates, like cost estimates are refined as more detailed information becomes available during the project life cycle. So this is very important that throughout the project life cycle you have to improve, you have to refine the project cost. So the estimate cost process is iterative and may be performed multiple times throughout the project as more information becomes available and the project progresses. It's essential for project managers to regularly monitor and control costs to ensure that the project stays within the budget. So friend, thank you. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with the friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching.